Virgil, let me start. Of all the fighters you've trained and worked with, what makes Berto special for you? What was it about him that?
First of all, I've been knowing him since he's been 10 years old. Coming up in the same, amateur circuit. He's in the 2004 class. And he was always a winner. But I think if you speed it up today, I have to admire what he overcome in a sense. I mean, our first fight, right out the bat, to finish a fight like he did against Soto Carras and going to the last round with the fight even, it showed me something about him. That he had a resolve, that he had a character, that he, even under real tough circumstances, whether it was his fault for not training properly or whether he underestimated the opponent or what have you, he never stopped trying. So, those are the first ingredients that you would look for in a boxer. Will he fight? And so he will fight it. If they won't fight, I don't care how much talent they have, because at some point, you have to fight, and you have to fight your way out of things, you have to fight your way into things. So, I admire his journey, so to speak, so far. And, the fact that I've known him, he's got a good family, his career is not over, and, he's done everything I've asked of him.
There's been a lot of talk about what has happened in the gym, that's where this run has really gained a lot of steam. What have you seen specifically? I think all of us are wondering, what have you seen throughout that makes you convinced that pulling this off is possible?
Again, what he's overcome, also a serious health issue that he didn't even know he had. I didn't know he had until he started telling me different things. And he's ended up getting checked out. And for one thing, that was very simple. We found out that it was being caused by another thing, And when I got the news on that and heard that, I was surprised he didn't fall out in the ring when he was fighting or something. So, he'll probably tell you after the fight, but it was a fact that really sapped his energy, left him lethargic. It was serious. It wasn't some kind of little minor ailment. It was a serious ailment. But he's past that, and everything came together at the right time for where you would need him physically. His physical energy is shot through the roof. So you can only plan for what you've seen. You can't plan for what you haven't seen. So that's where I'm really enthused. And then the dynamics that's between them. I mean, whatever score they have that's between them, it is something between them. It has to be settled. So, that's a dynamic within itself. So he's given me a wedge, so to speak, to drive between the tough periods in the fight, which he will encounter, and also the successful opportunities that he has in the fight, which he should be able to create.
Do you think he can make Floyd fight?
Yeah. Because he's free. He's free to do it. Well, you can run at him and make him fight now. People say cut the ring. I could tuck my hands in and just charge at you and make you fight, you see. So, there's a lot of opportunities for people to make Floyd fight, but what happens is, like I said earlier today in the fighters meeting, the way the whole thing plays out, if you watch each Mayweather fight, and then when the fight is announced, utmost respect for the opponent. When the cameras start coming all access, it gradually picks up, right? And then you say, well, where is he successful? All of a sudden, he's got either the fighter or the coach mad as hell, right? In Guerrero's case, the father, right? In Madonna's case, Madonna, right? Cotto was a cool cucumber. That's his demeanor. But from what I understand, the other people around, So what they try to do is create a hate for him because he's gonna flaunt in your face. Boom! I got this, man. My car costs more than what you're making, and you know, you're nobody, you're no match. And pretty soon, if you're not talking to your fighter right, it goes into subconscious. But the trainers make a mistake, like Freddie. Hey, we're gonna knock him out. Well, you wanted to knock him out, right? So if you inject that into the fighter's mind, now all of a sudden he's not boxing like he's supposed to because you wanted to knock him out. So the fighter feeds off of your suggestion, your demeanor, right? So you want to knock him out, so it plays right into his hands. And that happens the night of the fight. From the time he walks out of the dressing room, he takes control over the whole, from the time of the weigh-in, the way his entrances are, you know, when he comes in, captivates the whole situation, right? And all I got to do is have 2 chains, a neat meal, or there's a certain way I can walk, and then, you know, everybody feels the electricity. So I've consumed the place. And the other guy's feeling left out. Like, I'm just a role player here, you know, I'm just a role player. I'm the one that's supposed to make him great, right? That's how you take it. Then the night of the fight, he comes, I don't introduce him, I'm not going to tell you what I wear. You go to the fighters meeting, okay, what your guy gonna wear? Gray and black. Mayweather, we don't know. That's controlling. That's scene right there. We don't know what he's gonna wear. So it's all by design, right? And then from the time he leaves his dressing room, whether it's Lil Wayne or Rick Ross or anything, he comes into the entrance, the crowd adrenaline goes up, and then when he steps into the ring, you watch every fighter that comes in the ring. The first thing they do is go to their assigned area. They just walk in a little space, and then he comes in and he takes over the whole ring. It's my ring. See, goes in between everybody, around everybody, right? Over here, over here. I got control of this ring. It's mine. So psychologically, if you got your fighter just standing up there, he's watching you. Instead of just going out there and bump into him or something. Make the referee. It's not your ring. Right? It's not your ring. Right? We're here. So all these things are important to sort of circumvent what's being planned. It's all by design. It's all by design. So,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.